Okay. Okay, guys, we're going to do a bit of a clip today on the scales, basically. Probably my most hated piece of equipment, but for some different reason to most people's. We do a lot of measurements here, we do a lot of transformation things, and we're getting amazing results. We can't deny it. We've got evidence to show it, but yet people are hung up on the scales. Now, we do measurements, yes, we do use them as to give people guidance and understanding, and people have lost kilos, they're dropping kilos, but unless they're dropping 6 to 8 kilos in their mindset in a couple of weeks, they're not doing the right thing, and that's just such a terrible way and terrible perspective on looking at things. They're dropping sizes, they're losing centimetres, inches around the midsection, toning their glutes, thighs, they're feeling better, they're looking better, but yet, if they don't get that 6 kilo drop on the scales, they're not happy. Biggest thing I always say to people when they first come in, they go, I want to lose weight, I want to do this. I ask them why, what their pain is, what their fear is, why can't they get to where they want to get to? And they say, oh, well, I need to drop 2 stone. I don't know who's told them that. I don't know where they've got that from, because when you walk into here now, I cannot see a weight above your head. You don't come in here with 80.52 kilograms above your head. You couldn't tell me how much I weigh to the kilogram, or especially to the point. I couldn't tell you how much Rob weighs, and I certainly can't tell to people that walk through the door. Nobody walking the streets knows your weight.
A lot of people try and cut their weight down. I want to lose weight and I want to get as low as possible. Why is that? Well, they have many reasons, obviously a lot of underlying reasons why they want to lose that weight, but they think it's best to really cut calories and get, eat less and less and less, getting onto these 500 calorie a day diets, taking pills and potions to replace real food. When's that going to stop? When's it actually going to get to a point where they are eating like bread and water basically and nothing else? It's got to be really controlled, and you can't follow these fad diets, because when will it stop? You'll go from one, gain the weight back on, go to another, lose some weight rapidly, go back into another one. It's really bad for the metabolism at cellular level. Your body doesn't know where it's at. It's shocking, to be honest, and we really want to try and hammer down the fact that you've got to eat real food. You've got to kind of really focus on what your body needs. Don't get sucked into these really well advertised and marketed supplements, we call them, because they are that, but they cause people to substitute real food for their actual products. You've got to work with something really long term and look at your weight loss, or if that is your goal, over a really long period of time. If it's taken 10 years to gain a couple of stone, who says you should drop it in 1 month? It's not going to happen. It's got to be a long process, and setting foundational habits in place that are going to set you on the right path, really.
I think the biggest thing for me is when a client said to me, actually today, that diet is giving up something. It's about giving up something you love. I can't get my head around that. If you're understanding what you're putting into your body, you can have that freedom, you can have a life, There's people who take things to extreme. Me personally, doing a project at the moment where I've got to cut out certain things, to try and get to say, yes, you will have to potentially sacrifice having a takeaway every night, or the glass of wine, bottle of wine, whatever it may be in the evenings, but you've got to start looking at getting things in perspective and getting things done in the right scales. There's certain things that say you can eat as much as your diet, say eat as much as you like of this. No, there's nothing, there should never be excess of anything. Probably my favourite saying of all time, coming to listen to my granddad, is everything in moderation, and that is key. That's so true. If you can understand what your body needs to function right, the right calories need, yes, you will have to go into some form of deficit, getting the right energy balances right if you want to reduce weight and things along those lines. But if you do it right, you don't have to give up things, and then that way you can sustain it. It's not something you go into, you stop, as we say, those fad diets, and they work, and there's even been shows on it recently saying why they work and work as a level, because people, not being funny, fail on it, can't keep going with it, keep continuing with it daily, and then they go back to it. Brilliant. And then you buy their products. They tell you have to have this product, because they make money out of it. We'll never tell you to have certain products. Just eating the right foods, doing it all in the right way, getting a good balance, and you'll be happier. And remember, these are just numbers. No one knows that number. Unless you start wearing a t-shirt with it, highlighting your number, no one's going to have a clue. Look better, feel better, people will see that, and you'll just feel you're living a happier life. So go with that. Get rid of the scales. Don't get on them daily. Okay? And let's move on. Cheers, guys.